Alright guys, let's take a look at today's demonstration for color editing 2. Okay. So let me download this photo. This photo I want to show because it's an interesting one. It can be done using different techniques. First of all, copy and paste the original, put it in a background just in case we need it, and we needed to compare and also to look at the effects that we do, right? So you're constantly checking, how did I do by showing the original in the foreground, right? So I would go to colors, saturation. You can actually saturate. Oh, okay, wrong layer. All right, saturate the entire photo and increase the vibrancy. See, by actually increasing the saturation. So that's actually one tool that we can use. So if you compare the original, ooh, it's looking pretty good already, right? Actually, let's just nobody says that we have to do the before and after at the end, right? So let's just do it right now. We can do it right here, okay? So we can see the effect of what we did, right? So if you're not happy with just the saturation here, so I'm looking at the leaves. The flowers are really good, but the leaves are not as green as I want. So I can actually do hue saturation. So instead of actually saturating everything, let me just saturate the green. Okay, so I really like the green here. But here's the thing though. Compared to before, the green here is good, but the green up on the grass is not good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back one step, copy and paste. And what I'm going to do is to choose the green above here and not saturate it as much. Oh, okay, so this saturation. So I'm going to cut it. So Control X or Command X if you're an Apple, paste. So essentially what I've done is that I have two pictures like this, okay? Okay, so and then I can actually saturate them differently. Okay, so I can actually saturate this one a little bit less, right? And I can saturate the bottom part, the flowers, okay, a little bit more. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me just show you the cursor. But in the video, you should be able to see the cursor. Okay. All right. So you can see my remote cursor. Okay. So I can actually go to saturation, or just hue saturation in this case, because I don't want to saturate the flowers anymore. Hue saturation under color, and I can actually go to green. I just want to saturate the green and saturate it a lot more. Okay, so the grass up here is not as saturated as the bottom here. Of course you can saturate the green again, okay, but what you don't want to do is oversaturate it to actually make it to distort the quality of the photos, right? So that's one way to do it. So, or you can actually overlay some green like over, but it will be difficult because you have some black here that you'll be overlaying too. So it was very, very time consuming. But with this, I can actually do it in 3 minutes. Okay. So another one that we can take a look at is Forbidden City, maybe. Yeah, that was taken by my digital camera. 2010, so 10 years ago. Wow. Okay, so let me just close this. Okay, Forbidden City. Okay, cool. Let's do the before and after, shall we? So we can immediately see the effect, right? Let's do above and below. Okay, times 2 is 5184. Sorry, I'm not a math genius. Can't really come up with a number that fast. Okay, so let's edit the top. Okay, so there are a few things, but first of all, let's saturate everything and see whether or not they will look good. Oh, actually, it looks pretty good. Right, you have to judge, right? Oh, it looks pretty good already. But I want to actually saturate the red part by itself, right? So really, we need to do something like this. Okay, using the polygon selection tool, right? If you don't like these people, we can cut them out using layer mask, right? Cut. Okay, I need to add an alpha channel, otherwise it will be filled with white. So right click layer, transparency, add to alpha channel, cut, paste, and this is the red wall. Okay, and sometimes when you do the selection and you add an alpha channel, the whole thing doesn't have alpha channel yet, but in this case it does, so you can't add it again, but make sure you have it, otherwise it will be white in the middle. You don't want that. Okay, red wall. I want to saturate the red wall, and you know what, I want to be careful because I actually chose this roof. I want this roof to look golden. Okay, so I don't want to saturate the yellow differently, so let me just go to red. Hopefully I can just saturate the wall. Hue saturation on the color, red, saturate. Ooh, looks pretty good to me. Okay, all right, so that looks pretty good already. Okay, that probably looks like that on the first day. On the first day, they painted the wall, but then right now, you know, rain hasn't done much good to it. Okay, so golden color code. There's no gold color, but there's at least golden color that we can probably take a look at using. Okay. Which one works better? I like this one in the middle, so I'm gonna actually do a screenshot here. Paste the screenshot. I like how in the middle of my demonstration you're logging in and replying to the attendants. Come early. Actually, come on time. That's all. Okay. All right. Let me just hide this in case I need it again. So I got the color. This is the color code, right? F0B51D. Okay. So I want to actually do the roof. What's an easy way to do the roof? There's no easy way, is it? Okay. So I'm just gonna do add selection here. Just for these areas that actually have a yellow or golden roof, right? Okay, so choose the photo, copy, oh no, cut, and paste. And I'm gonna name it roof. And then I'm actually going to do an overlay, roof overlay. Choose the mode to overlay. Let me use a spray paint, airbrush. I call it spray paint. Okay, choose the light brush, size it to the size that you want. 97. That's a little bit too small for this photo. Maybe this one. Let's try. Ooh, wow. Wow. It's shining gold now. Don't worry about going over. If you go over, you can use a layer mask to hide it, right? At the end. Wow. Dang. Wow. Ooh. I don't know what I moved. Okay, it's not working anymore. Something happened. I moved something. Let me just go back a few steps. Okay. I moved something. I don't know what I moved. I probably moved the overlay layer. Looks pretty good. So you can back to work. Yeah, so paint some gold to your rooftop. Ooh, looks pretty good to me. Okay, and then the sky, you can also overlay some blue to it, or you can cut it out and put another kind of dramatic 4K blue sky. I want those like cloud pattern. I want straight cloud pattern, like those really dramatic ones. Something like this, okay, but not as cloudy. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this one. Sure. Let me click into it to get the high definition version of this. Download for your screen. How is it free? Seriously. Thank you for whoever created these. Okay. I don't think it's 4K because it's smaller than my picture, but that's okay. So let me just hide it for now. Sky. And then I can cut it out slowly. Or I can, let me think. Yeah, I can rough cut it and use a layer mask to do it slowly. You know what I can do? I can do this, add a layer mask, and pour black into it. Into the selection. Fill whole selection. Okay, that didn't work. Right, that worked. I wonder why. Oh, overlay. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Sometimes, yeah, I get confused. Okay, so I can use the airbrush to get as close as I need to for oh, I need to cancel the selection. Oh, I know why, because I got the roof going on. So I need to I will just merge down. Okay, I got the roof going on. Okay, let me do the layer mask again. Right, that means I actually deleted the background. Okay, let me just try to go back. Okay, just merge this down. Add layer mask again. I don't know what that spec is, but we can fix it later. Okay, let me try to do it again. Okay, pour black into it. Oh, this black, yeah. And I can use the oh, I still didn't. Oh, I merged the roof overlay. Oops, sorry guys. Yeah. Add layer mask once again. The big areas I want to hide. Okay, pour black into it. Okay, I can use the airbrush later. Okay, off to the sky. Let's take a look at the sky. Use the move tool to move it to here. You can once again use control to kind of stick it to the side magnetically, or you can use the arrow key. Right click, layer. Let me see here. Nope, image, but that will affect the entire image. Tools, transform tools, that's right. Okay, you can do scale. And if you hold shift, okay, if you hold shift, it will actually, let me go back to here. Tools, transform tools, scale. If you hold shift, it will actually keep the aspect ratio. That's pretty nice. And then scale, or just click control, like that. Okay, so let's use an airbrush. Try to get as close as I can. There we go. We're getting there. That's not hard enough, so let me just add some force, add some hardness, so I can do it faster. Right? But let's just say if you don't like the fact that the sky is really dark and that it's a bright day, what you can do is to change the color of the sky. Go to color, hue saturation, go to blue, desaturated, or maybe not. Let's change it to 0. Lightness, ooh, okay. But still, this looks pretty unrealistic, right? So I got a better idea. We can actually do a sky copy and then do saturation, or we'll do exposure first. Let's take a look. Oh, actually, exposure would be a good one. I was thinking about, now, even if you do an exposure you don't like much, you can actually decrease the opacity and lay 2 skies over. Okay, so these are really dramatic cloud pattern that you can use. And then of course you can just go back to it and also finish your layer mask. Ooh. Like that. Okay, takes a little bit of time, but it doesn't take forever to do. Okay, if you mess up something, you can use your finer one airbrush and paint white in there, right? So don't worry about painting over it. You can go back and fix some of the small areas with a finer brush, because it's impossible to do it with a big brush like this. The big brush is just so you can get the job done faster, right? It's important to use a mouse, really. Yeah, I tell my students to use a mouse. Some of them they do really well without a mouse, but you know, it's a process. So if you can make it not painful, go ahead and get a mouse, right? Alright. Like so. Don't worry about these small details. You need a smaller brush to do it. The sky is showing. Maybe get a pen, right, to do it, rather than an airbrush, right? Now we have a cloudy day. We don't fix it. It's a very cloudy day. Okay. And then let's go and fix some of the things with I'll just do a smaller airbrush like this, but with bigger hardness and force. Probably not hardness. I want more feather edges. Like that. Takes a little bit of time though, but if that's what it takes to do a good job, then go ahead and do it. And if you don't like that step, you can do Control Z, right? To go back one step. That was in the tutorial. Okay. So now we get the roof back. Using a finer brush. Like so. And let me just use a pen, a bigger brush head, to get rid of these stuff in the middle. That I just went over. Okay, using white in the layer mask, remember. White in the layer mask. Alright. If you want to, you can always go back to black and fix some of these general areas. Okay? Cool. Then you got a really dramatic sky here going on rather than just a regular sky, right? Okay? And then use white to fix up some of these, touch up some of these areas. Small strokes, yeah, like so. You need a smaller brush to fix that, right? So overall I'm happy with this once I fix up all these small areas right here. Okay, let me show you one more. I set California. Where is California? 2013, I remember 14. Okay, so that's one of my favorite pictures. Yes, these flowers are all real. Oh, dim. Okay, I need to close this one. Right? So if you want to just change the red, you can actually go ahead. Oh, copy and paste the original first because you need the original. Okay. Hue saturation for the red. Literally, just saturate the red right there. Right? Okay. But you don't want to saturate it too much. So it looks like a piece of one piece. So you want to still saturate it, but still have some definition between the flowers. Or you can saturate it and then just put it on top and adjust the opacity. So you will still have the color, but also the definition of the original. Right? I want to saturate a few things. I want to saturate the sky. Okay. Use saturation. Ooh, very good. I want to saturate the green as well. Did I do much with the green? Because sometimes the computer thinks, oh, this is not just green, this is other color. So you're not just saturating the green. So this is the original, this is later. But if you want to, you can actually go back to hue saturation and saturate the green again. Okay. But the point is, I don't want these flowers to look like just one block. I want them to look defined and like flowers as well, right? Because originally it looks like individual flowers, so you don't want to oversaturate it. Okay. But if you want to saturate it, go ahead and do it, and then lay it on top, right? Do a transparency, do opacity, adjust the opacity. Okay. So you can still have the original with the and add some color to it. That's what I mean. Okay. So as a way, if you have any questions after the break, let's take a 15-minute break.